Stop me if you've heard this before. UCLA hangs on, battles back, gets a win here in 2022 in the 23 season. Welcome, everybody. It's Zach Anderson-Yoxsimer, Locked On UCLA. The Bruins do it again. They hang on to beat Colorado 68 to 54. With that, UCLA has now won 13 in a row and sets themselves up for a very extremely important week in the state of Arizona. ASU Thursday, Arizona Saturday morning, because the Bruins battled back against a scrappy Colorado team that's had some good wins, had some good losses this year, and UCLA ends up beating Colorado by 14. This was by no means an easy game, and here's our immediate reaction to it. Initially, the Bruins scrapping back down 9, a late 17-0 run. Couldn't buy a 3. They started 1 of 16, I believe, 0 of 15 before they got a 3, 0 of 14, whatever the number was exactly, before Jalen Clark's 3, which wouldn't bottom out like normal. It rattled in, popped out, and then went back in to finally get UCLA some breath of fresh, get some fresh air on a rainy day in SoCal all throughout the state of California. And the Bruins with the rockin' Pauley Pavilion rally back and beat the Buffs, who they gave the Bruins all they could handle. UCLA got zero bench production. That's going to change once Amari Bailey comes back, because either Bailey or Singleton will go to the bench and they'll get some bench production from one of those two guys. Either way, UCLA without Bailey again for this week, they got zero bench production. They had about 30 minutes from guys off the bench between Zonka, Andrews, McClendon, Etienne, and Nuba, and got 0 points and 2 combined shots. So that means all 60 of the points for the Bruins came from their starters. They couldn't shoot. They shot 38% for the game, but we know without a lot of late layups and steals, that number was much lower, almost 20% from 3, 4 of 19. The Bruins didn't cash in on their free throws, 16 of 24. They started horribly, 67% from the free throw line, but then Jaime Hawkins Jr. took over, 23 points, 13 rebounds. Campbell with 11 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. You got Bona, whose 9 points, 5 boards isn't going to be eye-popping, but his block party, couple of blocks, 3 blocks, only 1 turnover, 2 assists, diving on the floor for all the loose balls, and then Jalen Clark's easy 18, 8, and 4 to go along with how many steals did Clark get today? 3, because he's like a 3 steal per game average guy, it seems like, every time out. The Bruins did enough with what they needed to do. So initially, this is what it looks like. The Bruins forced the turnovers, got those second chance points. They forced Colorado, did the Bruins, into 23 turnovers, leading overall for UCLA's points off turnovers, 25 to Colorado's 6 points off the UCLA turnovers. The Bruins had 14 second chance points to Colorado's 1. And overall, despite the poor shooting, which is what will get UCLA fans, myself included, extremely scared come March and maybe come these games this week against ASU, or what is a highly vaunted offense that the Bruins will face and talented roster with the Wildcats come next Saturday. UCLA's got to shore it up, but hopefully Bailey's healthy. And despite a cold week from Singleton, didn't hit a 3 in either game, I believe 0 for 9 from downtown for the week. UCLA grinds it out against a very shorthanded Utah team without their best player. And against Colorado, well, UCLA did what they needed to do. They had 3 starters in double figures. Bona in foul trouble still grinded it out and had a great second half effort. And David Singleton was just a veteran presence on the floor, knowing how to handle the basketball when they're getting trapped in the backcourt and getting hacked relentlessly from the Colorado Buffaloes, who are a pretty solid team. They lost close to SC on the road, had UCLA on the ropes for a good portion there. But again, the Bruins' defense, rebounding, and sheer grit and intensity under Mick Cronin is what stands out and leads them to get a win. When you play SC and you blow that lead, that's what's important to see how they are able to get a win in that game. Even though they had a slow start against Utah, they pulled away late. And now against Colorado, same thing. They need Amari Bailey back to kind of balance things out from the starters and give someone from the bench an extra weapon, whether it's Bailey or Singleton, or dare Mick Cronin goes crazy and shakes it up. But either way, UCLA needs a little bit of help, and they got to fix the offense going forward. What is it? Was it just a bad day, a bad rainy day? 99% probably, in addition to their offensive struggles. Yet UCLA gets the dub. Hawkes, Bona, block party. Jalen Clark, he will pick your pocket. If you have a basketball dribbling on the court, he'll rip it and go take it for a layup. And it was just nice to see the Bruins on a day where Kansas was taken down to the wire, Texas currently being taken down to the wire against Texas Tech. We already see Arizona going down, Tennessee going down to Kentucky, which actually helps UCLA in their tournament hopes. The Bruins will jump up the rankings a little bit depending on the rest of the weekend's outcomes. But UCLA, all right, breathe in. It's only going to get more fun and even more intense heading on the road for the first time since the early part of the new year in 2023 as the Bruins head to Tucson. They head to Tempe, not in that order, and get ready for the Wildcats and the Sun Devils. We'll be excited. We'll be ready. And let's get ready, UCLA fans. Get ready for that 8 clap, baby. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, UCLA. UCLA fights. Let's go. We'll have full in-depth analysis. My thoughts come Monday for football recruiting, UCLA women's hoops against Stanford, and we'll get a little more in-depth analysis when it comes to this UCLA-Colorado game come Monday. This is more of an initial reaction. What's going on in the head? Who knows? It's raining. I want to talk hoops. Let's talk about it. Thanks for tuning in to this initial reaction of UCLA's win versus Colorado. This episode's brought to you by BetOnline, their number one source for all your sports odds, latest information, and trends. They got it all. Sports podcasts, betting fixes. Go to betonline.net. Check out their mobile device and learn more. BetOnline, where the game starts, where it starts. And where this episode's also brought to you by Built Bar. Built Bar, a healthy protein bar. They are 100% covered in real chocolate, 17 grams of protein. They got a lot of protein, limited sugar. They taste great. They're healthy for you. Go to built.com. Get yourself, whether it be a 10-pack, 13-pack. Go to a Sam's Club or a Walgreens, whatever is near you. Even in the rainstorm, go get yourself a wonderful Built Bar. They've got a churro flavor. That's a churro flavored protein bar. That's awesome. Gotta go get that. Go try that out with Built Bar. All right. Thanks for tuning in to this initial reaction of Locked On UCLA. Bruins beat Colorado by 14. They hold on. We got more content with you coming up soon. Locked On UCLA. Go Bruins.